Law 11, what a beautiful, wonderful, unnecessary law this is. A player in an offside position is moving towards the ball with the intention of playing the ball and is fouled before playing or attempting to play the ball or challenging an opponent for the ball. The foul is penalised as it has occurred before the offside offence. So, if Maguire goes in, scores the goal, he's offside. However, because he doesn't touch the ball or make a clear attempt to play the ball and is fouled before, therefore he can't be offside because they are penalising the penalty before the offside.
Something like that, yeah. Listen, it doesn't make any kind of sense to me either.
Why did they put this law in? What's that helping out?
Well, in layman's terms,
it's a smoke screen.
In layman's terms, you only become offside when you play the ball, which I find to be absolutely ridiculous. Which is why you can see that players can now be given offside in their own half. That for me is ridiculous. I find that a poor interpretation of the law or what the game wants it to be, yeah, or it should be. I can't speak to the language.
But isn't Maguire attempting to play the ball from the moment he makes that run?
Exactly. Maguire starts an offside, and we from our angle, and we're using the edge of the 18-yard box.
Oh, he's offside.
Right.
There's no doubt. Let's not even.
Let's just from naked eye, given what we have, he's offside.
It's a big line there.
I'm just saying. Right, he definitely looks offside. That's the most important thing, because if he doesn't start from that offside position, yeah, then he doesn't gain an advantage, and the defender isn't forced into that kind of an action. So the offside precedes everything for me, or at least the offside position precedes everything.
Stevie, you like this law?
The best. You know the best thing is that somebody actually sent that thinking that would clear things up. How good is that?
But it was, of course, then the referee who went to the monitor and decided to overturn his own decision, and in the end, the penalty not awarded. Manchester United with that 1-1 draw against West Brom. Steve, I'm just intrigued with Solskjaer's rhetoric, and we actually heard this from Frank Lampard as well back in December, saying that, you know, they're not really title contenders. That's not their priority. It's on improving on last season, which seems quite a strange thing to say, doesn't it, if you're a club like Manchester United?
Yeah, I saw his interview after this game, and it was almost like it was his first interview ever, because he didn't know what to say. He was stuttering over his words, and then he comes out with things like that. To me, it was the strangest ever, and I don't care. I'm actually surprised that even Klopp says it's done and dusted. You know, you don't have to say it's over. All you can say is it's going to be tough, but we're going to give everything till the very end. That's all you have to say. You don't come out with all that. If I'm a Man United fan, I don't want to hear that. So, as I said, his whole interview I thought was absolute gobbledygook. So that just kind of put the top hat on it.
Manchester United, Shaka, you know, coming out and saying this for a club of that stature, and I understand perspective, and I understand what you've done in the past, and I understand how low the bar has been set over recent years, but yet still, you still want your manager to come out and fighting, don't you?
Of course you do. And I think this is a moment, as much as we may criticise managers for making bland, generic, cliched statements, this is a moment that called for exactly that from both Solskjaer and as Stevie points out, Jurgen Klopp. You just come out and say something like, we're going to fight for every single point and see what happens. And that's enough. That's all your fans want to hear. That you are going
But then fans will say, we want honesty, and at least Klopp was honest with us. At least he's accepting it.
The Liverpool fans want to know that you're going to step on the field and you're going to play for 3 points every single time. And whatever happens, as long as you do that, that's your focus, and what City does is their business. That's what Liverpool fans want to hear. It's us sitting in studios like this who are then critical and say, well, no, that's never going to happen. But we aren't your target audience. We aren't your priority. You want to assure your fans that regardless of injury problems with Liverpool or what your position may be with Manchester United, that every single time we step on the field, we're going to play to win, and if somebody does us a favour against City, we're going to take that as well.
Last word on this to you, Stevie?
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I think Shaka's 100%. Fans are not stupid. They're the ones that are half sensible, can work out that probably it is over. They don't need it rammed down their throat, and they don't need it rammed down their throat by the guy that they follow. So yeah, I'm with Shaka.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.